Oh my, if it isn't Reem, I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie. Let me get a better look at you. I'm all right, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me, and he said I'm fine. Oh, really? Well, I suppose if he says so. You and Luke always used to come home covered in bruises after playing out in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. Then again, there's been no shortage of surprises. First, Her Highness comes to stay, and now we have a talking cat. Sometimes it feels like the war has nothing to do with us, but with everything that's happened and you getting involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Although I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. Oh, and Reen, don't you think Elise has grown into a lovely young lady now? Yes? I mean, she seems a lot more of an adult these days, doesn't she? I guess? She has gotten a lot taller. Cheekier, too. She's also at the age where she might start finding herself interested in boys. If you know what I mean. Oh, I know. And I've got no intention of letting anyone who doesn't meet with my approval near her. I really do feel sorry for her. What? Why? I really don't get what goes through your head sometimes, Marcia. Or Masha. Poor Elise. Why do I get the impression I've done something wrong? Come on, Masha. Give me some kind of hint here. Oh, Reen. Oh, Reen. You're beyond help at this point. Ah, Master Reen, I'm overjoyed to see that you are well. His name is Gizmo. Gizmo. Man, I haven't watched Gremlins in like probably more than a decade. Dang, maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Watch Gremlins. If I can find a way to watch it. You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? I'm fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long. Is that so? I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Luckily, the fall harvest has been excellent this year. I'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountain's blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you. I can't wait. I may not be a servant at the mansion anymore, but I still wish to do what I can to serve you and your family. You know, the fall harvest was very plentiful this year. Yeah. So you've said. So you have said. Okay, let's get a move on. There was someone else in the mansion that we need to talk to. I already spoke to our father. Hey, Taval.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Was it Celine?
I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it.
I'm betting on the cat.
Right now, we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war, for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out.
Although it would be pretty cute if Bro knew where we were and called Toval to come help us.
I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. That secret society?
The, so in the first game, because I have the, like, I don't know, is it the decisive version or whatever? It came with a coin. In this one, I don't know if it's the Ouroboros symbol in general or if it's specifically for the Anguis, but it came with a pin with that symbol, which is kind of nifty.
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane.
Crossbell doesn't have a magical tree yet, though.
Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Try and rest up, okay? I know there's a lot on your mind, but there's nothing you can do about any of it right now. If you want my advice, I'd say go take a dip in the hot springs over at the Phoenix Wings. Now that's relaxing. Oh, he only has the one line. Okay. Yo. You're finally up, Reem. Good to see you. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance's wanted list, you had us worried, young man. I'm sorry about that. I feel awful. Don't be. We're just glad you're all right. Here, take a couple of these from me. You can enjoy them with Elise later. Oh, I love free stuff. We got some pancakes. Thank you. It feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. I may not look the type, but I'm always amazed at how well he makes this stuff. I remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school. Good times. Not much has changed since the last time you were here. Your father patrols more, but that's about it. The bracer to my right's been helping us a lot too. He's been a big help since he got here. A real considerate kid for his age. He's really outdone himself by bringing you home safely, though. Gonna have to treat him to a coffee for that one. Onigiri, pancake. Interesting. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything still the same here at the tavern? Yep, sure is. Moritz tried to give up drinking. He didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. I'm glad to see she's doing well, but her tongue's sure gotten sharper. And it was sharp enough before. I guess there is one thing different. We've got a weird noble lady staying here now. She went out fishing earlier. Is it Annabelle? I don't know how she can be laid back enough to fish in the middle of a war. Dude, is Annabelle here? That's so funny. Well, hey there, if it ain't Reen. Glad to have you back home. You all better now? Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have just been exhausted. I take it everything's been fine with you too. I see your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact at least. I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home. That's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to bake you anything, though. Might not be as good a carpenter as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks. I'll let you know if I ever need anything. Most of the country's been taken over by the Alliance now. We're pretty much isolated from the world below us. Maybe it's for the better we are, though. It sure makes it easier to shelter you and Her Highness here. We've even got Toval helping out, too. So you just take this chance to get some rest. This is the best place to do it. Toval's been helping Lord Schwarzer with patrols ever since he got here. Sure is handy having a bracer around. Okay, there is an upstairs. I want to make sure we talk to everyone, just to make sure we get, like, free stuff. No one's up here. Beautiful. And random little tidbits, like from Kiki, we found out that Annabelle is probably here, which is interesting. Unless she was talking about, Alphen, but I don't think Alphen fishes. Hey. Master Reen, you're finally awakened. I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thanks for your concern, Mr. Baggins. Although, I'd prefer it if you didn't call me Master Reen all the time. Perhaps so, but you will always be Master Reen to me. A lot has happened here since the war began, but this inn was graciously granted to us by the Imperial family. We can't allow anything to dampen our spirits. You know as well as anyone the value of these walls. Please, do come by whenever you're in need of relaxation. Of course. Ordinarily, I would have recommended you use the springs, but I'm afraid they are currently being cleaned. I hope you'll be able to return once cleaning has finished. The hot springs of Ymir are the perfect remedy for exhaustion. Okay, that's all he has to say. Hi. Oh, billiards. Good day and welcome to the feast. Wait, Reenie? Reenie. Reenie. What are you doing up already? I was gonna come and look in on you. Get your butt back in bed. You'd think me being up would be something to be happy about. Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case. Aw, come on. I mean, after all the training you did with Master Ka-Fai, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. And then you got to go and train in an academy in the city. Why couldn't I go too? I've never even had the chance to leave this village. Are you talking to me or at me? You're even younger than me. It's not fair. You can't even, you could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back. It's like I never left home. I'm planning on building up experience working here and then getting a job at a top-class hotel in the city one day. With the years of experience working at the Phoenix Wings under my belt, I'll be able to get a job wherever I want. I'm not quite there yet, but I'll get there. I just need to follow Purple's example. She's a real veteran. What do you think? Brilliant plan, huh? None of her brilliant plans have ever worked in the past, but I suppose I won't dampen her enthusiasm. This war can't keep going on forever, so I've got no intention of giving up my dream of moving to a big city. Purple keeps telling me I'm not ready, but I'll keep trying. Okay, you do that. Who the heck is Purple? Are you Purple? No. Oh, it's you, Reen. Your color's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I am perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Reen. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec. Where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down, too. Well, you went out of your way to come and see me. I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this. Ah, a recipe book. Here we go again. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here are some ingredients, too. Salty onigiri. Thank you. This is what Elise often used to bring me when I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm happy to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you were at the academy. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help to lift your spirits somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much, then. You can now view the recipe tab in your notebook. In this tab, you can use the recipes and ingredients you have to make food items. Some recipes are received directly from people, while others are obtained by using certain items. Oh no. I have to use items to get recipes now? Great. You can use recipes and ingredients to make food by selecting Notes from the camp menu or pressing the touchpad and choosing Recipe. The mountains of Ymir give us all kinds of wonderful ingredients. Lady Lucia's herbs even have medicinal properties. My dream is to combine all of them to create the ultimate recipe. My research to that end is coming along swimmingly too. Feel free to drop by and sample what I have to offer sometime. I can't wait. This village is surrounded by nature, which makes it the perfect environment for a chef like me. Back when I worked at the palace, I could only daydream of working in a place like this. As a result of the Civil War, I have barely any customers too, which gives me plenty of time to focus on my research. Okay, that's all you have to say. Who the heck is Purple, though? Well, there is an upstairs. Are you Purple? You are Purple. I'm relieved to see you awake, Master Reen. Welcome to the Phoenix Wings. You're always welcome here, of course, but I'm sure you knew that. Thanks. I'm glad to see that everyone here is the same as always. This has always been a peaceful village after all. We've no intention of changing that anytime soon. Lord and Lady Schwarzer and even Lady Elise have been doing all that they can to keep things that way. So please, you take it easy and focus on recovering. Thank you, I will. Princess Alphen staying here is motivating for us too. Part of me can't help but worry that she's forcing all that boundless energy of hers, though. She's so kind, it wouldn't surprise me to learn she's trying to hide her concerns for our sake. But it's a shame she feels it's part of her duty to be that way as a member of the Imperial family. We all want to help her. Wait, anything else? Princess Alphen's smile is as radiant as ever, but I can't help but feel that she's forcing herself to do so. I can only hope that she won't feel the need to keep that forced smile up for long. We all want her to smile from the heart. Okay, is there anyone else up here? No. I should check to make sure there are no recipes or like books or something. Doesn't look like it. Let's just check these rooms since we're already here. Doesn't look like it. I don't know how close I have to get to things in this game to see if there's interactable or not. All right. Moving on. We have Ymir Valley and the mansion. Let's try the valley first. Is this the right way? Yes. Oh, I can like fight things? It is Annabelle! Alright, let's see how many little dastardly fishies I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. Not like there's a whole lot of monsters here though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And who might you be? I seem to recall her during one of our field studies. We've seen her so many times. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of those Thor students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to see you again, too. Looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh, there's no need to apologize. Actually, since you are a student of Thor's. You wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Oh, your future brother-in-law, who I think you're gonna wind up married to instead? Kenneth, I do actually. He's in the Imperial Fishing Club. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. So you know him too? Indeed. When the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. But on the way, he told me that he had something he needed to take care of and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate. Not that I believe anything untoward could possibly have happened to him, of course. After all, there's nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us. Right. That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like these, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume you're a fan of fishing too. I am, in fact. I beat you trying to fish up the golden salmon or whatever the heck it was called. You know I love fishing, Annabelle. What is this? Was that an optional quest? Is that why there is no dialogue about that? Kenneth even gave me a title. Red Angler, I think. I don't have my fishing gear with me anymore, though. Red Angler? Then that means that you've caught the famed Guardian? I sure did. And it was very painful. I think I had to switch to using my index finger instead of my thumb to button mash. It was horrible. In that case, please take these. A fishing book. A feather rod. Some bait. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I were to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on. They're rightfully yours. That sounds like Kenneth, all right. Thank you very much. And since we've got your new notebook open, I've taken the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. You'll begin as a bronze angler, judged by the same standards as any professional. Aim for the top and become a fishing god. I have plenty of prizes you can exchange your angler points for, so beyond being pure bloody fun, fishing should prove worth your while. Oh, does that mean there's no Kenneth? We're gonna have Annabelle all game instead of Kenneth? I'll try and do some when I've got the chance then. What about Kenneth, though?